Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I will be discussing circulating coinage and how the Federal Reserve has been ordering a crazy amount of circulating coinage over the last few years. The United States Mint has been producing it, and it results in very high mintages, and it also costs a heck of a lot of money because, as most of you are aware, the United States government loses money every time they produce the Jefferson nickel and the Lincoln cent. But it does not stop them from minting, striking, producing a crazy amount of them, and we're going to talk about that in this video. Over the last several years, I have been expecting that we were going to see a lower mintage year similar to how we've seen in 2009. In 2009, it was announced, and I believe it was somewhere in April of 2009, that the United States Mint was no longer going to be producing circulating coins, which resulted in a very low mintage because there was so many at that time, so much circulating coins at the banks. Most of the banks were not ordering coinage, and the Federal Reserve stopped ordering coins from the United States Mint, and that resulted in very low numbers all around the board, all across the board in 2009 for dimes, cents, quarters, but especially for the Lincoln cent and the Jefferson nickel. Very low mintages. So I've been expecting that we were going to see similar, and I still do think at some point we're going to see similar numbers as we've seen in 2009, and I could be completely wrong. Maybe they will just keep on pumping out this circulating coins, even though for the Jefferson nickel and the Lincoln cent, they are clearly losing money. Now, I've heard from a lot of people in the comment section of my videos that the areas that you live in, let me know in the comment section below. Please hit the thumbs up button on this video, but let me know in the comment section below, is your bank in the area where you are from, are they still saying that they will not order coins for you? Are you still seeing that there's a coin shortage, or are you hearing from your bank that you have a coin shortage? The banks in my area do not have coin shortages, mainly because a lot of people are bringing their coins into the bank, and these banks are not ordering new coinage because they have too many from their customers that their customers are bringing in to the banks. And that has been the case for the last year and a half, and that's why I have been expecting that we were going to see somewhat of a lower mintage year in 2022 and now in 2023, but that is just, as of right now, that is not the case. This brings me to a coinnews.net article that says the U.S. Mint production hits a 14-month high in May, exceeding 1.4 billion coins. In May, United States Mint maintained its upward production trends. Now, at some point, I think that trend has to reverse itself because a lot of the banks, at least in my area, again, all areas, all states, could be very different. Let me know in that comment section below. If you walk into your bank, are you able to get as much coinage from your local bank as you want? The bank in my area says they have no problem. There's no limitation as to how much coinage they can order. They're just not ordering it because enough customers are bringing it in to fulfill their demand. So it says, in May, United States Mint maintained its upward production trend, striking coins for circulation at an accelerated rate for the fourth consecutive month, resulting in the highest monthly output recorded in 14 months. The U.S. Mint produced over 1.4 billion coins, including cents, nickels, those two that cost the most, and those two that the United States loses money on the most. That's right, including cents, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars. I made a video about 2 weeks ago where I said I thought that there was going to be half dollars put into circulation by the Federal Reserve, and I still haven't seen those at the bank yet because my bank is not ordering new coins. I haven't ordered any half dollars. And if you don't order half dollars from your bank, chances are they're not going to get any in because half dollars are very unpopular and most banks don't order them just because people have to, in most cases, request the bank order them before any bank is going to get in half dollars. But I do believe at some point, in my opinion, we will find out that half dollars were put into circulation. Then the article goes on to say representing increases of 13.4% from April and 12.9% from May. This marks the 5th straight month in which the 1 billion production level has been exceeded. Then they give the numbers and it says, here's how the month ranks against others in the past year. May 2022 to May 2023 circulating coin production. How do you like this steadily looking coin right here? This is a Lincoln cent. Wow, let me just get rid of this one. I just had a bag full of change that I just threw out on the table for this video. And then I also have a bunch of these uncirculated rolls from 2022 because I was expecting that we were going to have somewhat of a lower mintage year in 2022 because of all the circulating coins that are floating around. But I was plenty wrong about that because these have very high mintages, and I'm going to probably get rid of these because I'm not an error hunter. So no sense on holding on to these, but I do have a whole bunch of these rolls. But the article goes on to show a table of circulating coin production since May of 2022, and I'm just going to run through those real quick. In May 2022, it looks like the mint produced again over 1 billion. It looks like 1,255,000,000. June 2022, again over 1 billion, 1,141,000,000. July 2022, 1,100,000,000. August 2022, 948,000,000. September 2022, 1,300,000,000. October 2022, 1,177,000,000. November 2022, 900,000,000. December 2022, 846,000,000. January 2023, 1,200,000,000. February 2023, 1,054,000,000. March 2023, 1,187,000,000. April 2023, 1,250,000,000, and May of 2023, 1,417,000,000. But my point is that they have been producing, striking, minting a heck of a lot of coins over the last several years, at least since the coin shortage of 2020, later in 2020, coin shortages of 2021, and I'm just not seeing how there is a coin shortage unless a lot of people are just hoarding that many coins, going to the bank and stashing away all of your coinage and keeping it in your house or in your safe or whatever the case may be. But they have been producing a crazy amount, at least according to this, at least according to what the United States Mint has been reporting. They have been producing a crazy amount of coins, and I'm still expecting at some point we are going to have a low mintage year, which is why whenever I go to the bank and they do have uncirculating coins, I like to pick some of them up just in case there is a low mintage year. The article goes on to say fewer pennies. The main mission of the U.S. Mint is to manufacture coins in response to public demand. The Mint produces, sells, then delivers circulating coins to the Federal Reserve banks to support their service to commercial banks and other financial institutions. Despite the fact that it costs the Mint 2.72 cents to make and distribute each 1 cent coin, the Federal Reserve always orders more of them than any other denomination, which I find that to be partially, if not completely, utterly ridiculous in my opinion. In May, the Mint struck 528 million Lincoln cents, which accounted for 37.2% of circulating quality coins made for the month. This continues a trend that began in May 2022 when the percentage of cents produced in a given month fell below 50%. Historically, before then, more than half of the coins produced in a given month were cents. For instance, in January last year, 59.8% of the circulating coins minted were cents, which contrast with current situations. In month-over-month comparisons for coins used daily by Americans, production totals in May increased by 9.6% for Lincoln cents, 10% for Jefferson nickels, 14% for Roosevelt dimes, and 21.4% for quarters. In addition to cents, nickels, dimes, and quarters, the U.S. Mint also produces half dollars for circulating quality. While the Federal Reserve no longer orders Native American $1 coins, they are still minted in circulating quality for coin collectors. This was also true for Kennedy half dollars until recently in 2021 and 2022, and my prediction is also in 2023, but we'll soon find out about that. Typically in January, the U.S. Mint produces both denominations in the expected amounts needed for the entire year. However, this remains the case only for Native American dollars, as Kennedy half dollars saw their mintages increase in multiple months in 2021, 2022, and 2023. So that is where I will leave this article. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think at some point something is going to have to give and they are going to have to reduce how many of coins are produced for circulation in total, especially for the Lincoln cent and the Jefferson nickel, simply for the fact that they continuously lose lots of money on those two coins? But also I think at some point they will have to reduce how many they are producing also of the dime and the quarter. But I have been expecting that for the last couple of years, and we still have not seen it, because as we see, they are continuously upping the production and not reducing the production. The U.S. Mint is trying to get Congress to pass legislation so that they can change the metal content, the composition, the alloys that are in our circulating coins, so that they don't continuously lose money on circulating coins. I, however, believe regardless if they change the metal composition or not, I believe they produce way too much, exceeding the demand, the public demand. But I don't know, maybe I'm completely off base, maybe I'm completely wrong about that. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. And do you think they will end up changing the composition in our circulating coins, namely the Lincoln cent and the Jefferson 5-cent nickel, because those are the ones that they lose the most money on producing? Many people might point out the fact, and it may be reasonable to point out, that the U.S. Mint or the U.S. government makes up, or more than makes up, the cost that they lose on the Jefferson nickel and the Lincoln cent by producing the Washington quarter and the Roosevelt dime. But would it also be reasonable to point out that if anybody who was in fact reasonable would take what they are losing money on or losing revenue on, stop producing that and producing more of what you are not losing money on, and that would be the Washington quarter and the Roosevelt dime? But to me, in my opinion, it does not make a whole lot of sense to continuously up in the production of the Lincoln cent and the Jefferson nickel if it continuously results in revenue losses. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the United States government continuously losing money on the Lincoln cent and the Jefferson nickel, but production numbers keep going higher and higher. Do you think we will see a lower mintage year, maybe in 2024? I don't know, maybe in 2025. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.